So we're here at Camper Jam, and we're actually camping with the VW Grand California UK club camping section. So we're here with quite a few Grand Californias. So we thought this could be a perfect opportunity to show the difference between a 600 and a 680. So this Grand California belongs to Chris from the VW Grand California UK Club. He organised this amazing meet with all these Grand Californias. We thought we'd show you his van. So this is a Grand California 600. Can you point out some differences to it for us, Chris?
Yeah, certainly. So the main difference is the high roof. So the Grand California 600 has a much higher moulded front roof, so you can see the beluga whale head, as people like to refer to it. But it actually works quite nicely because you can fit a nice solar panel on there, so you get a good angle for solar for charging your batteries. The other obvious thing is that it's 6 metres long rather than the 6.8 metres of the Grand California 680.
And I think that the beluga whale, as people call it, gives it a bit more character, makes it more recognisable.
It does. I think, yeah, it makes it less van-like.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay. So this is Denn and Lisa's beautiful 680. They've done a lot of upgrades on this because they go away for 3 or 4 months at a time. So I think the biggest differences in here are to be found in the kitchen, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. So the main difference between the 600 and the 680 obviously is the difference in the bed and the kitchen area. So as you can see, in the 600 you sleep sideways in the van, whereas in the 680 that you'll see you sleep long ways, and it gives you a bigger bed area. So in the kitchen area of the 600 we've got a small amount of workspace with an extension, which is here, gives you a little bit more space. Then we've got our twin burner hob, gas powered, and also our small sink with hot and cold water. Then in terms of cupboard storage in the kitchen, we've got our cutlery tray where we can put all our utensils and cutlery. And then we've got 2 deep small drawers here for plates and bowls. And I use the bottom one for the odd sundries. And then, depending on if you need a bit more space, you've got this pop-out bit of worktop just to give you a little bit more space. It does mean you've got to remove some of the bedding in order to lay that flat.
So the kitchen area, this part is exactly the same in both of the 600 and 680, as also as this drawer, which is quite a large drawer. The fridge and the freezer area, that's all exactly the same. The difference with then the 680 is you get this whole area here, which is like a work surface. And the drawers in the 600 stop there. So you get 2 nice deep drawers, but they're quite narrow that way. On the 680, they're much wider, and I felt I was able to get a lot more of my crockery and basically all my kitchenware in the drawers there. This is a nice large drawer as well, which is in the 600 and the 680. You get a little bit of a cubby hole here, which I tend to stuff my tea towels in. It's just learning to find different places to put things. So you've got the double hob and the sink, but obviously when you're cooking, the glass has to be lifted. So in the 680, you do still have some prep area, which is what you gain in the 680 to the 600. In the 600, there is no prep area. Yeah, the kitchen area definitely is the selling point, I think.
So the kitchen area is an obvious difference when you're looking at the 680, but what we didn't realise was the cupboard space that we would gain down here. So you've got 2 large cupboards under the bed, and again, that brings a lot of your storage from the garage into the van. Much easier to get to. If it's raining, if it's winter, you can get into these cupboards.
So the Grand Cali 600 bed is transverse, so you've got these slight extra room from the pop-outs, which we'll see from the outside. So you sleep sideways along here in a double bed format. It's a fixed bed. Then you've got a small hanging rail here for your clothes, as you can see, and then we've got the airline style lockers over the top that give you additional storage, and then the same down the bottom and the sides.
The bed in the 600, you sleep left to right, let's say horizontally, in the way that you are. And lots of people complain sometimes about if there's two of you in the bed, one of you wants to get out from the far side, you've got to climb over each other to be getting out. Within the 680, you sleep lengthways on here, so you can both kind of get out of the bed as well. So whereas underneath here now was the additional cupboards, you gain additional lockers at the top. You've got another locker on both sides, and it's a bigger one on this side as well. So you're gaining your over space as well. Okay. So there's a big wardrobe here that comes with the 680. It's actually sold as a wardrobe. We shelved it and we put food and stuff in here that we're carrying. And then you have another smaller one down here, the same kind of thing. We actually just shelved this one again, and we put pots and pans and different pieces in there as well.
Cool. So in the 600 you get the option of an overcab bed, which is why you get the higher roof and with the front end. And the overcab bed quite simply comes into position on this rail system and drops down, and then you've got your ladder for access. So this is really ideal for a couple of small children. It's not really adult size due to the length. The other difference on the 600 is the higher roof, because of the bed, gives you a much higher ceiling height. As you can see, I'm 6'2", and you can see the sort of ceiling height that we've got. And then that gives you within the shower a much taller shower room, and you get a connection, a bracket for putting your shower head so that you can shower. So in the 600 boot area, we've got airline rail tie down points that runs both sides, so you can secure your bikes or anything else that you put in the rear. This section of the bed will lift up to give you more access to the cupboards. Then on the right hand side we have our main gas bottle. Because mine is diesel heating, I only really need the one bottle, but there are positions for two bottles where you've specified a gas heating rather than diesel. And then on the left hand side we have some cupboard storage, and here I've got also an additional 100 amp hour lithium leisure battery, which helps with our off-grid power. And then the final cupboard is where all the electrical access is. So you've got your trip switches for resetting the mains electricity, and your on-off switch for cutting the 12 volt.
We're in a 680 now. Our journey through the Grand California range. We started off in Oceans. We used to have Volkswagen Oceans, and we decided we wanted to move into a van where we could travel more. And coming out of an Ocean, 6 meters felt like that's probably going to be big enough for what we wanted. But when we got into the way we want to travel, we want to do multi-month travel. What we found was that actually that 80 centimeters difference between the 600 and the 680 makes a huge difference to the van inside.
Yeah.
So it's all your gain is in cooking area, storage area, and internal storage. And again, if you're traveling a lot, that makes a big difference to us.
Yeah.
So thank you very much to Chris, Den and Lisa for showing us your beautiful vans and helping us understand the differences between the 600 and the 680. And we're going to summarise those differences because there was a lot of information probably. So 600, if you need more than a bed for two, so if you've got a family and you need an extra bed space, then the 600 is for you. If you don't have a C1 licence, then the 600 is for you. And if you've got a smaller drive, then the 600 is for you. Chris, what about the 680?
The 680, if you just need a little bit more space, So you've got a bit more internal space and a bit more storage, a larger bed, and no climbing over each other to get in and out of bed. And you have a big enough driveway to take it. Then I think 680.
And a C1 license.
Oh, and you need
Yes.
the C1 license.
Yes.
That's a big thing.
You've got to do your lorry license.
Yes. I have grandfather rights, so I have a C1 on my license, so I can drive this van. Nick, however, doesn't. So Nick's unable to drive it unless she takes a C1 lorry license.
Which I will do. But it might be a limitation. It might be a limitation as well. So both amazing vans, really, really similar, very similar features, but those are kind of the main differences. So I hope that was helpful. I hope this video was really helpful for you if you're considering buying one and you're not sure which one to get. And hoping that you join us for more adventures in our 680 from next week.
Bye.
Bye.